Hey guys, so in today's video, we're going to be discussing David Neres as a potential option to play as a winger for Arsenal. Along with that, there's some additional news on Ryan Fraser. So stay tuned. So, David Neres, this is a guy who I talked about a few weeks ago, plays for Ajax as mainly as a winger as well as a striker. And yeah, absolutely fantastic player. I've just finished watching the Champions League game that they played against Juventus, and he was absolutely brilliant. Scored a goal for Ajax, and same thing against Real Madrid. He's shown that he can play at that top level within kind of world football and can go against the best of them. Scored a brilliant goal where he curled it about 20 yards out, just a little bit inside the box against Wojciech Szczesny. And now he's given his team Ajax a vital point to go and take that back to Turin away. I believe it's going to be next week for that game. And I just kind of wanted to have this video to go in, as I haven't seen any rumors linking David Neres to Arsenal at all, but I know that he's rumored to be in, or that Liverpool are interested in him, and that Everton are also interested in him as well, but no kind of links towards Arsenal. So I thought, why not do a video on this guy as well? So just looking at a few kind of stats on him as well, and I did do a brief video kind of covering what he's done before, but this video I thought I would go into kind of his value. Currently he's valued at a little under 29 million on transfermarket.co.uk, which is I would say quite expensive, but from what I've seen, I think that's a bit of a bargain. And I think if you could get him anywhere near close to that, it would be an absolute steal. But for a club like Ajax and the amount of competition that it's going to take to get him out of there, I really do think that it's probably going to be closer to about 45 to 50 million for a player of his caliber. This is a guy that right now he has played 43 games overall, 26 in the Eredivisie, 8 within the Champions League, and overall he's got 11 goals and 15 assists, which is absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant type of form. That's the type of form that you want out of your players, especially for a winger. And even though he is a winger, technically he shouldn't even be playing as a striker, but he has shown that on that wing, with him cutting in, whether it being from the right, mainly from the left, at least within the Juventus game, but normally he would be on the right, kind of cutting in and taking shots that way. But absolutely a fantastic player. His stats just prove that he's approaching that world-class type of level. If he keeps going by the end of the season, I mean, if he can get to 20 assists or about 19 assists or some type of variation where it's either 20 goals or 20 assists and 10 goals or 10 assists, that's absolutely fantastic. That's kind of the numbers that Mesut Ozil was getting before he joined Arsenal when he was at Real Madrid. He was getting 20 assists and 10 goals a season, and that's why he was considered to be a world-class player. But to be able to do that and be a midfield player, someone that plays on the wing, I think would be absolutely tremendous. Finally, for this video, more news on Ryan Fraser. So with all the rumors on Ryan Fraser, I thought, you know what, I wasn't going to do another video about this just because everyone's talking about Ryan Fraser right now, and I'm pretty sure that we can get this deal done, and I think that's all depending on whether we have the money to spend. Now, the chairman for Bournemouth, what's his name, Jeff Mostyn, says that he's completely adamant that Bournemouth is us. that Ryan Fraser isn't for sale at all. It's something that he mentioned at the end of the article that's in the Metro, that currently right now Eddie Howe, that they don't discuss transfers mid-season, so I guess it's one of those things that they'll be discussing at the end, but he's not stupid. He's the chairman. Ryan Fraser's contract runs out at the end of 2020, and you know, they're gonna have to, if Fraser doesn't want to sign, then they're gonna have to sell him in the summer, and it's gonna be one of those situations where it's about who's the highest bidder, and I think that Arsenal could go in there. Arsenal could be a bit of a dark horse for going in there and getting him. And you know, like I've said in my previous video on Ryan Fraser, if we could get him for 20 mil, like that'd be a steal. There's only two players that have created more chances this season than him, and one is Eden Hazard, the other is James Maddison. And it is very clear that Arsenal are looking for someone, a creative type, with on the wings to be able to create chances. Chances are that this is probably going to be a replacement for Mkhitaryan, and who knows, possibly even Ozil, depending on how things go. But I could see Mkhitaryan going, and then Ryan Fraser coming in and being on that right wing, and being kind of our first choice midfielder on that position, and then probably Reiss Nelson coming in to kind of deputise with him depending on how games go, cup games or injury suspensions, like whatever. But you know, either way, Ryan Fraser, it's going to be a situation where it's not going to be until the summer until we hear a lot more about this. But yeah, leave your comments below on the Ryan Fraser stuff. What do you guys think? Another thing is David Neres. Please comment. I'm really interested to hear what everybody else thinks about this guy. I think he's absolutely fantastic. When I saw him played against Real Madrid, brilliant, fantastic player. It's a no-brainer, you know, reason why Liverpool are looking for a player like him. They could pick him up for 40 million, and they could turn him into a star, and who knows, eventually sell him for like 70, 80 million. You know, he's an absolutely top draw player and has proven within the Champions League now that he can play against the best of it. So leave your comments below if you think that a deal could potentially happen between Ajax and Arsenal for a guy like David Neres. But thanks guys once again for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.